What's going on YouTube? JT Born here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC comic book reviews. And in this video, we're talking about Green Arrow issue number 14. This is an absolute power tie-in. This one's written by Joshua Williamson, art by Sean Isaacs, and another artist with a last name, Nahuel Pan. I don't know how I'm pronouncing that, but I apologize in advance. So, different people working on this issue. This one is one of the better issues of this run. It's an absolute power tie-in, and the primary focus is on the Arrow family. Oliver really only has like significance in one page, which I do think the other characters need to be given more stuff to do. I mean, there's a lot of characters in the Arrow family, and a lot of them haven't really been given much to do in this. I mean, Roy obviously has had years of significant storylines with him. Cheshire has, of course. Emiko, I know, and then, some of the other ones. But Red Canary is one character in general who really has not been given much to do. I remember like all the hype surrounding her joining up in Dark Crisis, but I think Williamson created her, if I'm not mistaken. But he really hasn't given her anything in terms of like significance to like any big major plots. At least when he introduced a character like, say, Flatline, she had significance like in the Robin book, and even has done stuff kind of outside of that a little bit. But Red Canary has not done much of anything, and I'm just kind of wondering, like, are we going to ever give her something like interesting to kind of do? Did she really need to be created if you don't really have a good story purpose for her? But that's the conversation really for another day. I'm just saying, because we got the Arrow fam here. But basically, Batman and Nightwing tell the Arrow fam, hey, for whatever reason you're spared on this island, just stay here. There's no reason for you to risk your own lives. If we go down, you're the last hope for humanity. I mean, but if you guys go down, I mean, what's the Arrow family going to do when Batman, Nightwing, and everyone else in the DC world is kind of taken out of the picture? So we got that going on. Roy is against it. Like, he's like, I'm sorry, what now? We got to leave this thing. You don't trust us, and yada, yada, yada. Nightwing's like, no, Roy, of course not. Blah, blah, blah. And then, of course, we get like one humorous moment where Cheshire talks about, like, I agree with them at the nice butt. And, Leanne's like, Mom, gosh. But, they had to throw in a Nightwing butt joke in there. I mean, sometimes it gets a little excessive. I mean, the Harley Quinn show just made a whole plot thread about it, and it kind of gets old after a while. But just the Mom, geez, what are you doing, God? But I mean, did it really need to be there? No, but I mean, it's just something like every writer seems to do. So yeah, Roy of course disagrees with this, which I think Dick and Bruce basically knew, and like, no, we're gonna take care of business. And so they're gonna leave. So there's one funny moment with Emiko, which I did like, about how I don't think you can be a proper hero unless you disobey Batman at least once. Connor is of course the Green Arrow bit, and they're off to find Professor Ivo, the creator of the Amazos. Oliver, meanwhile, still working for Waller at the Hall of, God, I can't believe the Hall of Order, or whatever it's called now, the old Hall of Justice. And you have this character Bright, who I think is an Amazo type character, that says your significance will be, once all the heroes are rounded up, there's nothing more for you to do, Oliver. And that's pretty much all we see of him in the issue, which I'm fine with, because the other characters need some time to kind of shine in this Green Arrow book. And with Oliver always kind of getting the focus, it leaves a little for the others to do. So I'm fine with him taking a backseat in this issue, just to kind of give the other characters a little bit more screen time. So they're in Death Valley or whatnot. They just go to Ivo's lab, and they're confronted by this other character known as Tomorrow Woman. Then Ivo shows up, and she's got all these abilities, and basically like one of Waller's characters is there to kind of save him, and Cheshire was like, hey, maybe we shouldn't have left the island. Maybe it was a bad idea for us to leave, because now Ivo is going to be in Waller's hands, and that's just what she wants. She wants absolute power, and she's just, a complete sociopath. And I hope Green Arrow basically kills her off at the end of this event. I know, heroes shouldn't be killing stuff, but Oliver's done it before, so let him take care of Waller off the playing field. I feel like in this instance, like, I'll take an exception. He's like, have him, or like, just somebody just eliminate Amanda Waller for good at this point. That's what I'm hoping happens at the end of Absolute Power. Just give me that, and I think we'll be like pretty pleased by the results of it all. So yeah, Green Arrow 14 I think is one of the stronger issues of this run. This hasn't been like this hasn't been the worst Green Arrow stuff I've read, but it hasn't been like as peak as it possibly can be. There's been some good stuff in here for sure, but I think like the Green Arrow Rebirth run that we got like by Benjamin Percy was a lot better a few years ago. But I still like seeing the Arrow fam and that together, because we haven't had much Green Arrow stuff the past few years, so I'm really just kind of like taking what I can get, and I am looking forward to seeing what the next creative team does. I hope that with a lot of like the Arrow family characters are able to give them something to do. Like Red Canary is one, for example, like introduced Dark Crisis, thought she's going to be a big deal, has had no real significance on like any storyline plot whatsoever. It just kind of makes me wonder, like, do we really need her in here? Like, if she was gone, would anybody really miss her? That's kind of where I'm at. But I would like for her to have some something interesting or significant to do, but she just feels kind of redundant with some of the other characters doing some of the same things. So, I mean, Black Canary isn't around at this time, so I guess she's kind of filling the void, but she hasn't proven herself to the lengths of like a Dinah has over the years. So yeah, it is what it is, I suppose. So I like this one overall. Could it be stronger? Yes. Is it the most amazing thing I read this week? Most amazing? Wouldn't say that, but you know, it's fine as it is. Like it's a pretty solid issue overall. Some great looking artwork sprinkled in, and looking forward to seeing this book wrap itself up, and kind of looking forward to the new creative team. So as much as I enjoy a lot of Williamson's stuff, I don't think his Green Arrow run has been the strongest it could possibly be. I think because it was originally like a 6-issue miniseries, and then like something kind of dragged out and whatnot. And I think too, he's just kind of limiting himself by writing so many books at once. So you can see the exhaustion like kind of coming through. But I am looking forward to seeing what he does next and the new creative team. So, all right, well, that's all I have to say about this issue. Post your comments down below. Be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel for more content, hit the bell for notifications, all the other fun stuff. I will see you all in the next video. Peace out.